A little over 10 years ago, GunZ The Duel was officially closed down to an international audience. Since then, a lot of nothing has happened. We've all been anxiously awaiting news on the re-release or the Steam release of International GunZ. This has kinda seemed like it's never gonna happen. In fact, I've had so little hope over the last year or so, until today. Miraculously, somehow, someway, GunZ has shown up on Steam, giving myself and so many others a little bit of hope that this game is actually going to re-release to an international audience. Just about 10 years too late, but who's counting, you know? No biggie. So yeah, let's talk about the return of GunZ, my dudes. I'm gonna pull up a chair right there to that computer and show you guys everything I found out this morning. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, like the whole history of this game is buried on my YouTube channel, so you can swim through there to find that, or not, whatever you want to do. All right, let's do it. Okay, let's be realistic, and we'll start here. This is our last chance to show the current owners of GunZ that there's an international audience who wants to see GunZ finally be released on Steam and be playable again for all of us. So you should go to the Steam page and let them know in the community section of the Steam page that you're excited for GunZ, because I'm sure, because they like literally just posted it this morning, that they'll at least look at it once or twice. So seriously, like, go show them support. English speakers, be like, hey man, we like GunZ, bring it to us. I think that will make a big difference. That's first and foremost. What are the odds that this game actually comes out on Steam and an international audience gets to play it? Right now, in my most optimistic state, I'd say it's a 50-50 on if this game is actually playable for us international players or not, and I know that doesn't sound too optimistic, but hear me out. For one, the Steam page states that the game is only localized in Korean, and I do feel like if they were planning on releasing it in English, that the Steam page wouldn't say that. The game was previously already localized in English and Spanish as much as 15 years ago, and I doubt they removed that baseline functionality from the client. However, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they never kept up with all the translations of new things that they've done since they've owned the game in the last, 8 years or whatever. So there might be some work to do on that front if they do actually plan on releasing this game internationally, which is why it says that it's only available in Korean right now. Additionally, just to like play devil's advocate to that, I could see a world where a Korean gentleman or woman or whatever, logged in to upload GunZ to Steam, and they only speak Korean, so they didn't like see the checkbox or whatever to show that the game is actually available in English or Spanish. So maybe it's already ready. I don't know. This Steam page like literally just went up, so nothing is outside of the realm of possibilities. Another reason that we could believe that the game is about to come out in English is that in the past, previously, the owners of GunZ, MasangSoft, did state that they planned on bringing this game to an international audience on Steam. However, they stated this before COVID ever happened, like over 5 years ago, so I'm not sure if we should like still even be trusting their word at this point, but that's a tally in the oh my god, this might actually be happening box, so, take that with what you will. Curiously, after seeing the news this morning, I did decide to go over to MasangSoft's website and see if there was any news on either their website or the GunZ Korean website to see if there's just like any mention of Steam at all over on their stuff. As of right now, there is literally zero mention of anything at all to do with Steam on the MasangSoft website or the Korean GunZ website. Now, there's a few ways we could look at this. We could say that they just haven't updated their website yet because this is so fresh, or you could look at this and say they're not announcing it on their website because this is intended for an international audience. Looking at the other games they host, though, when the game does have an international or a different language localization option, they do seem to list it on their website, which I feel like isn't a great sign for us. I do think, however, if this were going on Steam only for Koreans, that there would probably be something on the Korean GunZ website saying like, hey, Korean GunZ is coming to Steam soon. But like I said, this just happened this morning, so like there is a chance that still happens and this is only for Koreans and they just haven't updated their website yet. The only news that's even on the GunZ website is just the typical server maintenances that they've been doing basically every 2 weeks for the last 8 years or whatever. So something I did notice on this new Steam page for GunZ that's pretty cool is that the developers of the game are actually seemingly acknowledging that case style is a thing and an intended way to play. Maybe I'm reading into this too much, but look at this. If you read through the description on Steam, they state various moves are possible, such as dashing, jumping on walls, tumbling, hanging on walls, multi-step wall jumping, and combos using blades and firearms. So that sounds like an actual acknowledgement of things like slash shot when they say combos using blades and firearms. Imagine if we logged into Steam GunZ on day one, dude, and there was like a K-style tutorial in the game for new players, dude. My mind would be blown. I'd shit a brick, but I also doubt that's gonna happen. So yeah, don't read into my mind. Let's base in reality a little bit, and that probably won't happen, right? But it would be sick. Another thing I noticed on the Steam page that makes me think that this is legit coming out beyond the current audience that they already had is that there's like a new artwork for GunZ, which I've been looking at the same like 5 to 10 official artworks for GunZ over the last 20 years. So when I saw the new image on the Steam page, I was like shocked that they actually had an artist go make new art for GunZ The Duel 20 years later. So take that with what you will, I guess. I don't think that they would invest in making new art if they only planned on porting this over to their existing audience in Korea. But I suppose Steam getting the game, even if it is only for Koreans, is like essentially free advertisement. Like obviously they pay the hosting fees to Steam or whatever, but just the game being on Steam is just like expanding your game to a new player base. So maybe they just wanted their game to look a little more modern and like made new art just for the Korean players that would see the thumbnail on Steam or something. At the end of the day, it really is just one new piece of art that is being used for the thumbnail. So it could be something as simple as that, as they're like, hey, let's pay some dude on $5 or $20 to make some new GunZ art. Since we're gonna launch on Steam, it could just be something as simple as that. Fingers crossed. I'm like really trying to look at this in any optimistic way that I can. I really hope they're like making new art because they actually plan on having an advertising campaign and releasing this to an international audience. But right now we know nothing. Another thing that's working in our favor is that this developer, MasangSoft, about a year ago, re-released another old third-person shooter called MicroVolts. How MicroVolts got ahead of GunZ in their project map, I have zero idea because I've never even met a MicroVolts player in my entire life. So whatever project manager made that decision should genuinely be boiled alive. That's just my opinion. MicroVolts right now today is averaging like 50 players a day, so I'm sure they're just about done supporting that and dumping money or releasing game updates into it or anything. So yeah, maybe they can actually move on to GunZ now, maybe. Something I'm really curious about and something I'm unable to find the answer to on the internet, and maybe someone can help me out in the comments, is I don't know what GunZ's current monetization strategy is for the Korean version of the game. One thing is for sure, right? Like they could do all the work in the world to try to get this game localized to Steam for us to play, and there would be thousands and thousands of players online on day one. I could just about guarantee that. But if they release this game in the old state of monetization, where you have to pay to have the best in slot gear, the best armor, the best weapons, the best meds, if you have to pay for that every 30, 60, 90 days or whatever, and they make this game pay to win, it will be dead on arrival. There's no doubt about it. So God, if there's a sleeper agent from MasangSoft watching these videos, listen to me now. Go make all of the premiums cosmetic. Americans will buy. I'll spend $10 to $20 on a set to make my character look cooler. All right, I really will, and everyone else will too. But for the love of God, don't make this game pay to win. Don't do it to us. I don't know if the current state of KGunZ is that it's pay to win, but I'd imagine that it is. If anybody out there has more info or knows if the current state of KGunZ is pay to win, please let me know. I wouldn't be shocked because, I mean, the East just loves pay to win games. I would not be shocked if it still is. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments if anybody does know the answer to that. Ultimately, guys, this video was just a quick update. I felt like I owed it to my viewers because I know that there's like a bajillion people on my channel who grew up playing GunZ, they love GunZ, they learned about GunZ through my channel or whatever, so I felt like I kind of owed it to the community to just let them know that this popped up this morning and like there's a real chance that we actually have a real official international GunZ server coming back to Steam. As of right now, of course, all you have is the info that I shared in this video. The Steam page went up, there's some generic, very clear copy and paste from Korean to English about what the game is about. There's no release date, it just says coming soon. It just says that it's in Korean, but I wouldn't fully trust that it's only going to be in Korean. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. I don't have anything super concrete because this is also fresh, but I just want to know down below in the comments, like I'm super excited. I'm anxious and jittery. Like I'm 12 years old again, dude. Like I just woke up, it's Christmas morning and I want to go out there and see those presents. Like that's how I feel inside right now. My inner child has been awakened by this. And I just want to know, like, are other people feeling this way down in the comments? Like, let's talk about it. We can discuss it. Maybe someone in the comments will notice something I didn't from all this. So go check out the Steam page. For the love of God, leave comments on the Steam page. Anyway, I'm going to wrap all this up. But if there's, like, any more news on GunZ's international re-release, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Again, thanks so much for watching. Talk about GunZ down in the comments. Let me know if I missed anything. If any new news comes down, please feel free to put it in the comment. I'll pin it if it's big enough. Yeah, let's bring GunZ back, boys. Comment on that dang Steam page. Let them know. Hey, We want guns back. They'll read it. I bet they will. Shout out to my tier 2 channel members. Thank you, Davilex. He's my only tier 2 member. If you want, you can join the channel down below. In the credits, you'll be mentioned every video. It's the tier 2 option. You don't have to. You can just comment, like the video, and I appreciate all that stuff. All right. Until then, thanks, guys. Peace out.